Recording. There we go. Okay.
Thank you for all that you all do. Taylor, Kelly, Jennifer, and I know it's crunch week. You're fabulous
Yes.
I have to
Today.
agree. And
and
they're always,
appreciated.
Well,
even
thank
when they're
you.
under all this stress, they're not nasty. They're still nice people.
Sure.
Hey, I'm going with that because I sent poor Jennifer all my case study videos, let her know, and she was still nice.
Oh no, we love that. We love case studies. We love getting all of that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started with today's judges panel discussion. We have not compromised and holistic this week. We're showcasing our new esthetician judges and our open judges. And for new esthetician, I have Brooke Kennedy and Pam Huck. I don't know if Laura is here. Is Laura here, Jessica Cooley? She coming? Or are you going to stand in for her?
She is on a long awaited, needed vacation this week. So I'll be taking notes for her.
Okay. Do you want to step in for her since you know her?
I can, yeah. I can definitely do that.
Okay. And I have Diana here. Diana, are you? So if you are Brooke Kennedy, Diana, Laura, aka Jessica Cooley, please do your video so I can pull you forward and spotlight you. Spotlight.
You want me to turn my video on?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, hold on. Let me get a hat.
Jessica's perfect because she was the lead for new esthetician for the last couple of years, correct?
Yes.
I was.
And Pam, you are here too as well, correct? I have to ask you to start your video, Pam, in order to pull you forward. Hi, Jess. I want to review how this will flow for everyone right now. Just really quickly, I'm going to moderate. Hi, Pam. I'm going to moderate today's discussion for our judges and for our community. What we will do is I will ask judges questions, and please, judges, if you will keep your answer directed towards the question in order to respect everyone's time. If you tend to start to get a little wordy, I will politely, or maybe not so politely, direct you to kind of finish up your answer so that we give equal time to all of our judges. That's how this will flow. We're going to start with new esthetician, 45 minutes dedicated to who they are, a little bit about them. What we are not going to be discussing is any of the scoring criteria, what judges are looking for. This is strictly just to get to know who they are and a little bit about their background. So I am Kelly Wolcott. I serve as your director of judges for the Skin Games. This is my 5th year doing that. I have been a licensed esthetician. This is my 26th year. And I've been a player, I've been a judge, and now I coordinate the judging process for this beautiful competition that works to elevate the best of the best in our industry. So without further ado, Ms. Brooke Kennedy.
Hello.
How you doing?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Would you let us know where you're located, the name of your business, and why you chose to become a beauty professional?
So my name is Brooke Kennedy, as she just mentioned. I'm a master esthetician located here in Washington State. I own Sweet Bee Hair and Skin Lounge. I have a team of 10, And as far as the profession, this is a second career for me. So I went to aesthetic school in 2012 at the age of 32. And I was looking, so I studied molecular cell biology at University of Washington, and I did not go the route of becoming a doctor. I actually worked in the electrical industry as a project manager, and Boeing was our largest account. So I was on those campuses, but it wasn't fulfilled. So it was time for change. And I was like, what is similar to working with individuals as well as, cosmetic chemistry, how ingredients affect the skin, just everything that I had studied in biology, and knew that aesthetics would be fabulous because I would be going to school 6 months full time. And then I came out and started a solo practice and then opened my larger practice in 2018. Hopefully that answers the questions.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And now you are the distributor for Hypo 21 as well. So that's another hat you put on your head. Perfect. Beautiful. Diana, I'm going unmute yourself, please, and tell us, your name is Diana Dipp?
Deep.
Deep.
Well, I actually
Diana
have to change
Deep.
it because it's going to become blonde now.
Diana. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Please tell us where you're located, your business name, and how did you work your way into the beauty profession?
Absolutely. So, hi guys. My name is Diana. I actually am in Tempe, Arizona. I founded my practice called Drunk Skin, and I actually got into it because I wanted to do something in the health industry. And I was a CNA. I worked at Banner at the stroke and neurology unit. And then I decided to actually go into the physician route where I went to naturopathic medical school. But then COVID hit and it became all online. And naturopathic medicine, holistic medicine is not really well performed when it is online. You kind of need that hands-on aspect. And so we missed out on a lot of labs and hands-on. And so I completed 1 year and then I kind of reevaluated my entire life, found that I still wanted to help people on a certain level. And so I ended up taking that chance and becoming a laser tech as well as a licensed esthetician. Once I got into the field, I wanted to do a little bit more. And so I worked with Holly, and I am part of her nonprofit, Looking and Feeling Fab, to give oncology clients free treatments.
Nice. I love that. I love that. How long have you been licensed then? You're relatively new, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I started in 2021. I got my license towards the end of 2021, and then I got my laser tech certification in January of 2022. And then I played in the Skin Games 2023, just 1 year license.
You are did you win?
I did, yes.
She won new esthetician category. So hence she is now one. I brought her over to my side. Perfect. Beautiful. So thank you. Ms. Jessica, filling in for Laura Dowie. Could you do a little brief introduction for Laura Dowie? Tell us a little bit about who she is and how she came into the beauty profession, name of her business and where she's located.
Yeah, so I am Laura Dowie's proctor, I guess, right now. So I'm her avatar. We just expanded. So she did this huge 5,000 square foot expansion of the school. She's the owner of Bella Beauty School here in Columbia, South Carolina. And I am her director. So I was honored to have been with her the whole 4 years. So, but she is a jack of all trades. It's so funny because if you ask her, what did you do before, the becoming an esthetician, she'll go down the list, right? But she always says her favorite one was being a flight attendant. And when you meet her, you'll see like she's just fun. And she came the year that I placed in the Skin Games. So she and my students came. And ever since then, she was like, I want to go with you. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So she was born and raised here. She actually became a licensed esthetician later in life. And she had always wanted to get into the beauty industry, you know, and she's very much a go-getter. So if she wants something, she's just like, well, I'll go get it. So she wanted to learn more about nails. So she became also a licensed nail tech. And then she's like, you know what? I want to open a school. And she kind of wanted to fill the gaps that there were within the schooling here. Every school has its most fabulousness, right? And she opened Bella in when did we open? 2021. And been kicking butt and taking names ever since. And she's super excited to become a judge because I approached her and I was like, hey, you want to be a judge? And she's like, yes. So, yeah, that's
Beautiful.
her story.
Beautiful.
She's just an awesome lady with an amazing vision for educating the future of aesthetics and nails and now massage. So
love it. Love it. And I think that primary education is that foundation. So I think she's a great fit for our new esthetician category.
Yes.
And I like that she is filling gaps as she sees them in that basic or that foundational education process. It's really challenging when you get out of school and you're new and you have absolutely no idea what you're supposed to be doing, what you're supposed to know. Is this right? And you're constantly second guessing yourself. I also think that that's why this particular category is important for the skin games. And I think it's one of the most impactful categories because
most definitely
we're able to, you judges are able to really help someone's trajectory, is in this industry. So I love that. Well, thank you again for being Proctor unexpectedly.
Yeah. I had my skin game swag on too, just
so hey,
by
perfect.
Chance.
Perfect. Now we're going to move on to Miss Pamela Huck. She is one of my favorite. All of you are my favorite judges, but I missed her so much last year. I understand why you had to take a break last year, but this is our beautiful Miss Pamela Huck. Tell us where you're located, the name of your business, and what brought you to the beauty profession.
Fell into it backwards. Seriously, my name is Pam Huck, and the name of my company is Med Spa Distributors. And I started out after, high school and went to vocational school, which I was a dental assistant x-ray tech. After children, I worked in the school system, became a computer teacher. We moved then to Hickory, North Carolina, and I was teaching computer classes. And the person that I was the owner of the computer class organization, he asked if, met his wife. His wife, she's an OBGYN, and she wanted to start a med spa back when med spas really, they put them through hoops to start them back then. She had to have signs up saying she had a vested interest in the med spa, the whole bit. But she wanted to set up a library, and that was the computer skills, things of that sort. Really didn't know anything about aesthetics. And so I kind of fell into it backwards, became the spa director. From there, it wound up one of our SDs was pregnant but wanted to come back. There wasn't a school in North Carolina at the time. I actually went to school in Hammond, Louisiana. And then when licensing finally came to North Carolina for esthetician, my license is E170. So I was the 70th person to get a license in the state of North Carolina.
Wow.
So then when the licensing for being a master esthetician came out, I thought it'd be cool to call myself a master esthetician. So at that time, there was only Utah and Virginia that had the master's program. So I got my master's from the state of Virginia. I keep them both.
Mhm.
And so that's how I kind of fell backwards into it. The opportunity came about to be a educator for diamond tone microdermabrasion. And this was when diamond tone microdermabrasion started, and diamond tone was the company that started it. So I said, I don't, education, sure. And I said, but sales, I don't know about sales, because, I think they said, no, don't worry about it. Sales itself. Became the vice president of that company. And then the opportunity came. By then, my daughter now was graduating from college with a degree in business. So that is Andrea. So it was, I said, well, yeah, I'll do it as long as Andrea, you do the bookkeeping. I don't want to do that stuff. And so that's how I started out. And then from there, Andrea's life, she was married, and she moved to Guam, which then her day was my night. And so that's when Stephanie joined our group. At that time, she was not married to my son yet, but she said, gee, I'd like to do that. Now, her degree is in criminal justice. And so, but she got, mixed up with us. And at the time she had acne, and I was waiting for her to say, she's dating my son. I don't want to say anything about her acne, and it's like, but then she came to me and she says, hey, can you do anything for this? And I'm like, well, now that you've asked, boom, 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 we got that. And that got her hooked into aesthetics. And then she went to school and became an esthetician too. And so so she basically then kind of took over for Andrea, since that took Andrea to the whole European tour, so to speak, with her husband and everything. They moved back. Andrea came back in the fold. That's when it was like, Mom, yeah, you've got a website and everything, but you need to take it a step farther now. And I'm like, but nobody can see pricing. We only sell wholesale. I don't know. And she's like, trust me, I got it. So then she took over on that. So it's been a long journey. I've been around for quite a while, and been pretty involved, written CEU courses for multiple states, things of that sort. Love what I do. Love working with estheticians, all estheticians, new ones that have been around for a while. Some of us, it's their second or third career, just enjoy being with and sharing as much as possible so that we can all be successful. Doing good for someone's skin is very important to me, so that's kind of where we're at. And that's kind of how I got started.
Wow. So we have a pretty diverse and very, very experienced group. Y'all are no slouches. I am proud to count myself amongst your company.
And I was excited to see Diana on this too, because
I know.
she's joined us at Skin Games at our tables for our fun activities. Brooke has, Jessica has, Kelly has. There's a lot of you here, so that, it's great, because I know that we try to do it professional and serious when we need to, but we also can have a little bit of fun in between.
We know how to throw down. We can let our hair down with the best of them.
Exactly.
So, Ms. Brooke, this one is for you. Why are you passionate about new esthetician category?
New esthetician category. Well,
You got muted.
okay, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry.
So the last couple of years, I had the pleasure of judging the holistic category, which was very fitting because it's near and dear to my heart. And I had the pleasure of winning that category 3 years in a row. So anyways, time for change, and new esthetician is perfect because I often have new estheticians that join my team. So I have a great relationship with the Euro Institute of Skincare. That's where I went to school. It's European based, and they will put out advertisements for our openings. And then I love getting Euro Institute grads here. Obviously, we accept everyone, but the Euro grads just have an amazing education. So with the honor of working, training, mentoring new estheticians in the industry, this category is very appropriate. So it's going to be my first year on this panel, and I'm really excited.
I love that. I love that. I know it's really cool. You'll be able to bring your perspective of working with newer estheticians into, and how you can help our new estheticians grow and become better. Ms. Diana.
Hi.
How does your background inform your approach when with the new esthetician category? Other than winning the new esthetician category, I feel like that's kind of a
given,
self-explanatory answer, but I know you'll be more creative than that.
Well, since I hadn't really gotten to try out the other categories, and if I did, it probably would be more of like a pigment or compassion or holistic or compromise. Really anything besides for acne is kind of my jam. But my background is much more in the anatomy, sciences, medical, and then naturopathic realm. And so I think having all of the basics and a little more in-depth knowledge for how like body systems work and how ingredients kind of work together, the synergistic energies, that's really where I would love to kind of bring forth that knowledge, and then see like these new SDs that have just graduated and that they're working now, see where all of those building blocks really fall into place. Because you can do a ton of different treatments, but if you don't have that foundation to understand where the skin cells go and like what different things occur with those types of ingredients, or just how the body systems work and flow together, then you don't really know what the outcome of that result is going to look like. So a little more sciencey on my end.
I love that. I love it. All right. Ms. Jessica, for standing in for Laura Dowie. Why is she passionate about this category?
She's passionate about this category, because she owns a school, and she holds all of us to a very high standard when it comes to the education that the students get. And she tells all the tours that come in, and she knows everybody by name. You know, we purposely keep the school small, and that's because she wants the quality of education to be above and beyond. So the hands-on is a lot, easier when the class is small. And all of her instructors still work in the industry outside of instructing. So they get the real world experience too. Yep. And, I was one of her instructors up until she promoted me for some reason. I don't know. But and she just wants to make sure that, not only can you pass your test, but, to kind of piggyback on what Diana was saying, you need to learn more about the basics, the fundamentals. And it also will kind of force her to go back to basic. And if and when you meet Laura does not know basic. She doesn't do basic. Y'all go follow our TikTok and you'll see there's nothing basic. But yeah, I've never met anybody like her that I just want to loyally latch on to. You find people all over in this industry, and they're awesome and they're amazing. And, there are very few that you're like, you know what? I want to stick with that one, and thanks to the Skin Games, I already, I have my crew, Kelly, Brooke, Robin Lee, Pam, but, Laura's my people. And, I'm very protective over her. So that's why I jumped on this too, because she needs this vacation. She needed it. And I told her, put your phone away. And she goes, well, I won't have any internet anyway. I was like, cool, then you can't use your phone.
Good. Good. Well, I appreciate you standing in for her. And I look forward to meeting her in person as well. Pam, you are one of our longtime new esthetician judges. Why are you passionate about this particular category?
First of all, I don't know anybody that's in this category. So that was a safe spot for me to be at this time. So there's too many others that I just didn't want anybody to think, anything. So it was like, okay, but I don't have anybody in the new. And I like new blood at times. I like to see new people and new ideas and what can we share? What can we help with? How can we be instrumental to make things better for a new esthetician, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm excited about the category.
Love it. Love it. Love it. And it's true. When you said that, it's like, ooh, it's like there's fresh blood in the water. Let's go get it.
Yes. Fresh people, they want, and to try to keep them positive.
Mm-hmm.
Because and so many new estheticians. There's the other side of me with the whole, marketing and teaching them the other things that goes along with it. If you become a solo esthetician and you have your own practice, that maybe not all schools, there are some good schools out there, Jessica, but they're not all schools. Do they actually go into all of that? So, how can we be instrumental to help them? And sometimes, I can take and say, I can read through a lot of stuff that's people try to tell some, and it's like, do your homework,
Right.
because you don't want them getting into something maybe that is over their head at the beginning too.
Mm-hmm. Love that. Love that. All right, Ms. Brooke, what do you hope to bring to players?
All players or players in our category?
However you want to answer that.
Hopefully inspiration, being available to answer any questions that they may have. So please feel free to approach me at any point in time, because I just want to see individuals succeed in this industry. Like, that's the most important, is just that collaboration, lifting people up, remembering that we've been in their shoes, as you had said, because all of us have mostly played on this panel. So just, collaboration and lifting each other up, positivity, and being there for them.
Diana, what do you hope to bring to players? In the category or just in general? Because it's more than just a competition. It is a complete event.
Yes, and it is a lifestyle, honestly. So like when I entered in, it wasn't like I was kind of curious, and I said, let's see what I can do. But I had teachers, like if you guys know Moto, tell me, I think you know enough, you know plenty, just go, I think you'll win. And so I had him, I had Steven actually yell at me in Vegas telling me that I should play, and like people around me. It was more so of like an incident. But when I participated, it brings out like so many different feelings in yourself, but one of them really is like, am I doing this right? Is this enough? And so we all have those doubts. So I really want to bring on like a lot of encouragement, and not to be afraid to try different things, but also that we are here for support. And now, like even just 4 months ago, my husband and I actually bought a new business. And so now I'm a new business owner of a pet store, which is what you guys are seeing in the background. This is Fetch. I'm sitting in the back. And so the doorbells be ringing. Those are the people that are coming in the front. And so now I'm learning something completely different of dog and cat nutrition and like pet retail. But all of the information and the knowledge that I had from all the different things that I've worked in all accumulate, and they really help with what I'm doing now. And so it's just like compiling all the education and all of the different hands-on things that you've done in life. I just really want to push that it's not that you don't know anything at all. You might not be there right now or today, but everything that you've done in the past is going to help you for today and tomorrow. And so that's where I really want to just push that you know more than you think you know.
Yes, we can do more than we realize we can do. And it's this event is, there's education opportunities, there are panel discussions, there are demonstrations. So it's a full-on trade conference event where you can expand your skill set, you can learn new modalities, but it has an additive effect of networking. And it's not networking where it's a one-sided, or it's not reciprocal, I guess I should say. It is definitely a give sort of event. You will absolutely get more than you could ever give from the Skin Games if you take full advantage of really with purpose, go in, meet people, talk to people, learn about what they do, because we all care and we want to see you succeed. It is 100% a community, and it's a year-round community. It's not just at the live event. The live event is the culmination of what we all were doing the entire year. Jessica, what do you know Laura will bring to these players?
Laura will bring light. She is extremely open-minded. She's gonna kill me when she sees the recording of this. She'll be like, Jessica,
were you drinking? No, I'm just teasing.
No, she will bring a type of just, like a caring and understanding, and new ways of thinking, because she also knows and believes wholeheartedly, about the no two estheticians are going to look at the client the same way. Mm-hmm. And we can both agree too that the one thing we hate hearing is I've only been an esthetician, blah blah blah, or I just got my no. As soon as you're licensed, we're all estheticians. Mm-hmm. Now, and she's a motivator. And speaking of pet shops, do you take in pets? I'm like, get attacked by the cats. They're not even mine. They're Corinne's. But anyway, she she is an amazing motivator. She has that ability to just get you in your fields to where you want to be better and you want to do more. And I think that's what just makes her amazing. And I think she is an absolute perfect fit for new SD.
Love it. Love it. Ms. Pam, what do you hope to bring to our players?
Well, all the players, not just the one that wins. The encouragement and let them know. It's like, I always, when we were judging and things, it's like letting them feel comfortable, because it's time where they're nervous and whatever, to let them know that they're all special for actually going this far and for doing the journey at such a beginning.
Yep. Perfect. It's a great way to launch your career and really have a solid set foundation, get a game plan for how to move forward.
Yes. And your pet, Diana, store, just so you know, I'll tell you one time that some of the products that we may have in the medical and the aesthetic world are the same thing that they use on the pets, but it's just under a different label. And one time I was sent the veterinarian version, and I called him and said, I can't sell this to my estheticians, because he goes, well, it's the same stuff. I said, no, yeah, I know, but no. So you're going to take all that experience, and you can be amazed what the products that you already have can help your animals.
Yes, I've already used one serum on a dog's nose and it healed it right up. And the owner actually said, "What did you do? His nose looks brand new."
See that? So now it's skincare for everybody and everything.
And Hypo 21 works amazing on pets.
There you
hot
go.
spots.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's a great product for that.
We'll talk after.
We have that connection for you, and it's all possible because of the skin games. Anyway,
Yes.
Okay, Ms.
Yes.
Brooke, what industry trends are you paying attention to? It can be modalities, ingredients, shifts in client needs or their expectations, or global trends.
That's why I love our industry magazines, because it keeps us up to date on latest and greatest, in addition just to communicating with our colleagues and see what's working well. I have, as far as new things, spicules, cold plasma, and I'm not a trend follower. I like to see real science, real results, and conducting case studies. However, tried and true LED light therapy, microcurrent, which Kelly, I know you agree with that, nanochanneling, microchanneling, just as far as great modalities, and as far as ingredients, really following peptides and exosomes, and just really, I love, even though yes, I have products that I carry, it's just fun being able to try new things. And that's why I think it's so important to attend trade shows or conferences as well, just so that you can truly see what's out there, maybe purchase something, experiment with it, do your own trials. So yes, it's exciting. It's ever evolving, and it's an incredible industry. Like, look at all of us on here. You can tell that we're all skincare professionals because look at the skin of everyone. All of your beautiful faces.
I love it. I love it too. And, it gives you the opportunity to talk to other people at this. Because it's a multi-day event, you're able to have those conversations. What is working in your treatment room? What are you doing? If you are doing cold plasma, can you share with me the results that you've seen? Because that's to me means a whole lot more, no offense, Pam, than what a distributor or manufacturer says. Pam is one of our distributors. It's in the hands of a real working professional. We all have to be making money off of the things that we do. We want to invest our time and our resources wisely, and you can do that.
And may I please add, utilizing just our hands.
Yep.
That is absolutely just huge. And sometimes it's best to keep it simple, especially when you're working with immunocompromised and oncology clients as well.
Absolutely.
The human touch, can't replace that. That's why AI is not going to replace our jobs.
No, not at all. Additive, in my opinion, but that's another topic. Diana, any trends that you're paying attention to? Industry trends?
I have actually been on the opposite side and been completely immersed into everything pet industry the last few months. So not so much on the trend side, but I have been hearing a lot more patients talk, or just people in general talk about cancer being on the rise. And I have been even, same with like dogs and cats too, like cancer is always on the rise. So I myself have been kind of going more back to the basics and just making sure that everything is not going to have too many actives in there and overexfoliation. We just really want to work on barrier. And so most of the lines that I am working with now are going to either be compromised skin, holistic, more oncology friendly lines, or like pregnancy friendly, especially because in my age, all of my friends now are all having kids. So definitely much more on the simpler, more botanical, but also stem cell medical lines.
Nice. Jessica, what trends at Laura as a school owner, what is she paying attention to? And you too, as her director, I guess. So, you have opinions too. Jessica's life matters too, right?
I just do what she tells me because she's scary. No. No, right now she's really focusing on the massage side because when you think about it, massage and aesthetics, massage and nails, they work beautifully together. So we've actually had quite a few graduates from Bella go on to a technical school that had massage. And they were like, oh my gosh, like everything made sense because I already knew, when it came to like the face and the skin. Um, and we've had quite a few already licensed massage therapists come through our aesthetics program. And the one thing with students that we can't as instructors or educators teach, we can't teach you your art of touch. That is something you have to figure out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if they're already a massage therapist, they don't have a problem with touch because, again, it's another, your hands are your moneymakers. So right now she's really concentrating on that side. And she's also, she has always loved any type of body work. So body work that estheticians can do legally in South Carolina. I can only speak for South Carolina. So like we can do wood therapy and she just picked up ice therapy. So, and the cool part is I get to volunteer as tribute, as a model.
Love it. Love it.
So yeah, she'll teach me and then she volunteers as tribute and, we all work on her. So yeah, those are her gigs right now.
Love it. Pam, what trends are you have the distributor aspect of it because you distribute multiple lines and you are on the phone with people from all over the country, professionals all over the country. What trends are you looking at?
We literally get at least 2 to 3 phone calls a day of somebody wanting us to bring on their line or their product. And I start out by, obviously, I'm very discouraging. It's like, first of all, I want to see, do you have any white page studies? Do you, I go through this whole thing and say, I don't take on every line. I am very picky about the lines that I take on because I consider it my reputation. And so I don't jump into the trend at the moment. And really have to, we actually will do 3 to 6 months of whatever before we bring it on. We're actually doing studies on it behind the scenes to make sure, equipment wise, literally, does it work? Is it going to be long lasting? Is it just, a trend for the moment? Also, I see we're going more towards from scalp to toes. We're in the states that can. Okay. So from the, our skin on their heads to maybe helping with hair health to, scalp treatments to help with that, all the way down to toes. So I see that trend being happening more. I do see that there's things that we need to approach in the office, but as estheticians, we also need to get them on proper products that we feel, whoever the esthetician is, whatever that you think is best for that particular client, that you have them using that at home rather than picking up something that may have a lot of, that isn't a clean green product. Okay. So that's a trend too I see more of, is it's like educating them because they're going to go to every TikTok and everything and start trying to do what's on it. Our teens, that's been a problem, wanting to use, like Jesner's on their face and they're only 10 years old, to all kinds of craziness. So I see that that's a thing. A new thing that I just found out about, and I don't know how it's going to affect our industry, but I'm going to keep my eye on it, is basically there's a patch now that you can wear and it'll tell you how much sun that you've gotten for the day, how much dehydration that you have and such, that you can then get the results at the end of the day on your phone. And then it's going to recommend what you're going to use that night because of your ratings on that. Now, that sounds cool and all that, but is it just another way for somebody to sell their products to you? That is a concern of mine. So, there's you have to think of it from all different factors. So We do try to stay up on it. We don't always like take all the trends on because I want tried and true. And that's how we base it, is on things that have been good. We don't give up some of our old things that we do because they are tried and true and good for the skin, but we do add new things. But we also do try to stay on the more of the health of skin.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think one of the things that I like to follow and stay abreast of are how ingredients are being created and then cosmetic formulations, because that's where the science is rapidly changing, and it's progressing a lot faster as technology gets better, right? You're able to create more complex formulations and have them stay stable. So all of those types of things I find utterly fascinating, and can spend hours and hours and hours going and searching and researching. So I think that's one of the things about our industry that keeps me so engaged. It's not just serving the public and serving my profession. It is the science behind all of it. I get to nerd out in that regard, in that aspect. So
trust me, I know some chemists and I can definitely nerd out.
I know, I believe it. Every single one of us can. I believe it. So beautiful. Ms. Brooke, what is your favorite success advice for professionals? Something you believe every esthetician should hear.
That was a great question. I love that I get to go first because everyone else gets to think about it. Not just easy. Because we are so busy, I just feel like the best thing that I did for myself was investing in things like I probably always choose a word. I know Kelly, you're a part of that as well. Mm-hmm. And I'm very, very positive. So I made it sound negative. It says, don't do things that you suck at, right? So making sure you have that customer management software, making sure that you have a great bookkeeper, making sure that you have an accountant. For those that are in business, I highly suggest those things. But as far as everyone else, just overcoming those limiting beliefs, how they've said before, just keep going, keep learning, and keep growing, because if we're not growing, then we're dying.
Love it. Love it. Diana, a lesson or message you believe every esthetician needs to hear.
So I know it's really popular for those to go solo, and they always think solo meaning I'm going to be wearing many hats, meaning everything is done like on their own. Rome wasn't built in a day. Like, I am realizing that in this industry and being in the pet form that, yeah, we can't do everything by ourselves. We can't really do front end, back end, and the research and the trials of new and different products. Like, you need to have a whole team. And so as much as we do on our own as like just the client touch with your clients and like the check-ins, there's still so much more that you can learn from other individuals and that you can kind of space out and get just more support and more hands-on from others. And so I think that is the biggest thing that I probably needed to hear myself when I was newly licensed, and then just moving forward, I always needed that little bit of, it's okay that you can't get everything done in a day, that it's okay that you have a lot of questions that you need help with, or that you have to get help with doing your taxes or something like that. It's just that it's building blocks, but you're only going to get there with support and with a circle.
I love it. I love it. Jessica, this is for you. I'm not going to ask you to speak for Laura on this one. Okay. So what is a lesson or message that you, Jessica Cooley, believe every esthetician should hear?
No one is competition. And I think I said this when you asked me the other time. No one is competition. Everyone is a learning moment. I heard a lot, going through my career, the everybody has skin. There's skin enough for everybody. Exactly. And even though you might look at it and say, well, homegirl's down there, she does vajacials too. I do vajacials, but I guarantee you her vajacials are different than yours.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you just embrace what you know, take pride in what you've done, and just know there is no competition. And if you come across somebody that feels that you're competition, guess what? You're doing it right then.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, yeah. Because, you know, we are in an industry full of women. You know where I'm going. And yeah, it I think when I finally got that through my thick skull and just stopped going, oh my gosh, well, she's doing this too. And I'm, oh my God, you know, no, 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 no. So yeah, nobody is competition, only learning moments.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Ms. Pam, a lesson or message you believe every esthetician should hear.
If you're behind the chair, a lesson that I recommend is every month, take 5 minutes, go lay on your table, look around your room, look up, look down, and see what your clients see. Make sure you don't have any dust bunnies in the corner. Make sure everything looks good, because think of it from there. You begin to, it's home. We live in it, right? So you don't always see everything from your clients' view. So get on that bed, give yourself a 5 minutes just to relax, because I know some of these Esties are super busy and these other Esties are stressing because they're not super busy. So, but take that 5 minutes and look around your room. That's just my little advice. And then enjoy life. I mean, now that I'm in my late 60s, and you want to just look around, and you know, we've been busy, no complaints, anything of that sort, but you time does go quickly. And I know every old person tells you that, but it's true. So enjoy what you're doing while you're doing it.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I have a client that came back. Real short story, real short story. I had a practice here in Beaufort, Georgia for 10 years, sold it, moved to California for 4 years, came back, and I've been back in Georgia now for 4 years. And I had one of my former clients return to me about a year ago. And for the first 6 months, every time she came in, the first words out of her mouth were, "It is so clean in here. My God, I cannot get over how clean it is." For 6 months, every time she came in, that's what she said. So I think that's a beautiful piece of advice. You can get so heads down with what you're doing that you miss things. And you're right. We are busy. There's a lot going on, but you are where your clients come to let go of the rest of the world. So they don't need to be stressing about dust bunnies or this, that, or the other when they're laying down on your table. Of course, when I lay on my table, I usually end up falling asleep. So
that's a comfy table. That's a good thing. That's always a compliment, right? If your client goes to sleep on you, right? Don't we? Yes. I consider that a compliment. Yes. So, you know, if you fall asleep,
a lot of trust, especially when I'm dermaplaning. It's like, what? But you know, I nudge them awake if they're snoring. Anyway, well, thank you, Brooke, Diana, Laura's avatar, and Pamela for your time. We would love for you to stay on. We have our open judges next, and I think I have Ava. So I'm going to unpin my lovely, beautiful new judges. And I'm going to pull forward our open judges. I'm sorry, I'm taking a minute. I'm trying to find everybody. Ava, I have to ask you to turn your video on in order to pull you forward, dear. Okay. And we have Davion. I know you were here. Davion, are you here? She was. And Helen is not. She's in London. And I know, Ava, where are you, hun?
I'm in Doncaster in the UK. It's just 1 o'clock in the morning here.
Oh my goodness. Let's get going. I think that you are representing open category tonight, my friend. So it's going to be you and me.
Lovely. A private interview.
It will be. It will be. You are relatively new to the skin games.
I am, yes.
I love that. I love that. Well, welcome to our community. We're very excited to have you joining us today. Let's see. I'm going to just check really quick and make sure. I saw Davion pop on, but okay. Well, it is 1 a.m. in the morning for you there. So let's get to this. Tell us, Ava Maudsley, right? Is that how you say it?
Yes, Ava,
perfect. Yes. Your business name, your location, and what brought you to the beauty industry.
So I'm located in Doncaster, United Kingdom. I'm originally from Poland. I moved here about over 20 years ago, just when I finished my university in Poland. So I studied cosmetology. I've got a BA degree in cosmetology. As this is the route in Poland to get licensed and become esthetician. And 11 years ago, I opened my clinic in Doncaster. It's called Lakeside Beauty. And I have 9 team members with me as well, working for me, doing different treatments. We offer everything from nails, massage, skin treatments, laser treatments, and aesthetics as well. So well established, expanded clinic. So what brought me to the industry? I've just noticed a lot of similarities. A lot of people studied different things and then somehow became estheticians. So I was studying and planning to go to veterinary university. And somehow at my high school, I discovered passion for skin, for helping humans rather than pets. And with skin conditions and helping to get the confidence back into the clients, the patients. So I've opened a clinic in Doncaster, started slowly and built my dream clinic here.
Wow, I love that. I think you and Brooke have a lot in common. You know, she's got a team of 10, and I know Chelsea, I believe she's one of our other judges. She's got a team of 13. I could be misspeaking. I don't want to speak for her. So I love that. I love that a lot. The open category is a category where you can enter with scalp treatments, body treatments. You can do a face case study. It's a little bit of everything. And since you offer a lot at your location, how is your background going to inform your approach when applying your expertise to this category?
Yeah, so I think I can bring quite a lot from my background and experience. So my main passion is skin and skin conditions like acne and rosacea, pigmentation, more like advanced concerns. But I started my skin clinic 11 years ago, when obviously I was thinking, I can start with chemical peels, microneedling, this and this. But then I found that my clients, they needed something different from me. So they needed massage, they needed nails, they needed completely different treatments that I had to learn and offer them. So I kind of like moved slightly from my main industry passion and went through all of different aspects of beauty industry. So I've got quite a lot of knowledge, and also I help my staff as well on daily basis to make choices, make plans for our clients, review they before and afters, and obviously support them with decision making and with progressing with the treatments. So I can bring all that knowledge into the open industry.
Oh, I love that. And you actually are very close with Aggie. So
I am,
Aggie
yeah.
was our esthetician of the year before last. So that she was 2024. She won in 2024. Sorry, it's because we run we run 25, 26, but okay. Anyway, why did you choose to participate as a judge in the Skin Games this year?
So it's all down to Aggie. I was supporting her. I was head model actually for the pigmentation category when she won. So she told me a lot about Skin Games, and obviously I'm her friend as well. So I supported her through all the process and all the steps of getting what she got, where she got. So you got me really excited, and I kept asking her when she's going, what she's doing there, and obviously when she told me about the possibilities of being a judge, that got me really excited, and I thought I'll apply. Why not? I will see what outcome will come from this.
Mm-hmm. I love it. We have, I believe, 8 or 9 international judges coming this year, and having your perspective, because licensing is different, education is different, even scope of practice is a little bit different. So to be able to have that perspective here with us for 3 days is, to me, it's a beautiful addition to what the Skin Games offers, and vice versa. You get to come to Dallas, Texas, and commune with your US partners. We love it. We love it, love it, love it. What do you hope? Well, I guess you kind of answered this a little bit, but what do you hope to bring to players?
So, like already was said, build the community, make them feel seen, make them feel looked after, and encourage them that they're doing well. Passionate about the industry, keep them going, inspire them. Yeah.
I love it, because you have 11 years of experience. Well, you have 11 years of experience as a business owner, and then you have a team that you manage, and it's you have a lot of perspective, a lot of different angles that you can see a particular situation from. And so I do hope that the connections that you make, they take full advantage of what you have to offer, and they give to you what you may need. What do you hope to learn from this event? Because it'll be the first time you're attending. It can be from players, fellow judges, or from the event offerings.
I think I'm quite interested to see the differences between different countries, different offerings, different approaches to same skin conditions, how they treated in US, how the participants approach them. Where are the similarities? What actually patients wanting from estheticians all over the world, and compare obviously to our market, what we can introduce to the UK market, what we can learn from your market, and bring over to us, and how we can support our patient skin with the approaches from the participants.
Nice. I read a report. It was global industry trends for the beauty industry, and it projects until I think it ran through 2030 when I think it was a report from 2020 that facial treatment services, not laser, not medical facial treatment services, are projected to grow annually 7.5% year over year is what this report projected. So that's a global trend. That's not just happening in the US or happening in the UK. People are looking to take care of their skin as part of their self-care routine, just like going to the dentist or going to the eye doctor. It's part of what they do. So I think coming to and learning from each other will absolutely be additive.
Absolutely.
What industry trends are you paying attention to? Is there anything significant in the UK that you maybe see that might be a little bit different?
So I think because I've been in the industry for quite a while, and I've seen a lot of shifts from more advanced aesthetics, for example, more injectables, then now moving forward to more natural approaches
Mhm.
to skincare and achieving the same results with more massage, lymphatic massage, and tissue stimulating massage for lifting the tissue, which I'm quite pleased to see because it's lovely to see that we're going back to the basis. We're going back to what matters most, and people start learning about amazing benefits of lymphatic drainage massage, where obviously we had that for hundreds of years, but it was just left behind, and we moved to this new aesthetic medicine, very fast treatments, quick results, forgetting about the structure of our skins, forgetting about our well-being. And I'm glad to see this trend coming back and supporting body in a more natural way and our skin in a natural way. So that's definitely trend in UK, but I think it's globally as well, spreading. So it's nice to see that trend coming back. And
I agree with you on that one. That is one thing where we're seeing a little bit of that here in Atlanta anyway, where people are backing off on the injectables and the neuromodulators and working towards working with their skin instead of against it.
Yeah.
Your favorite success advice for beauty professionals? What lesson or message do you believe every esthetician should hear?
So I think very important for new estheticians and established estheticians as well. Never compare yourself to other estheticians, and never treat anyone a competition that will steal your clients, that will take your clients. Just keep doing your things. I see a lot of people as well thinking, kind of establishing themselves pricing wise, comparing themselves to other places in a town, in a city, what are people doing. I think the best advice is just set your standards, set your pricing according to your knowledge, according to your passion, and just keep going and forget about everyone around you. Just keep just giving your clients the best what you can, and don't treat anyone as a competition. Just treat them as motivation rather than competitors.
I love that. I love that. Beautiful. Are there any beauty myths or trends that you want to correct, that you'd like to see corrected? A beauty myth.
Myths. Oh.
A beauty myth that you'd like to see corrected.
Oh, a lot.
You only get to pick one. No, I'm teasing.
One. Or maybe over exfoliating to make skin glowing. That's something definitely seen a lot on TikTok and social media platforms that I would like to keep clients more educated about stripping the natural skin barrier off, and that's not going to do good for them, and educating them how to support the skin rather than hurting the skin.
Yes, my daughter sends me TikToks. I'm personally not on TikTok yet. I've been avoiding it. And she'll send me videos, and I will just go back with one little word, and I'll just say no. No. And we had David Valenzuela on the other day, and he said, one size fits one. So we are all unique individuals. All of our skin needs something different. It is not, we cannot use a cookie cutter approach when it comes to skincare, because we are all different and we all require different things. We also all have different perspectives about what we see in the mirror. And I think it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of advice, or a beautiful myth that you need and want to be corrected. One piece of advice that I'm going to share, because it's just me and Ava tonight right now, is what people say about you behind your back is none of your business. I think being a business owner is not for the weak of heart, and you really have to grow a thick skin. You have to keep yourself focused on what your goals are and surround yourself with people who are going to tell you the truth, but support you along the way. And you have to just shut out the rest of the noise. And then for my beauty professionals inside a treatment room, never skip a step. Protocols are protocols for a reason. They're there to get the results for your clients that they're looking for. And you want self-satisfaction at the end of the day that you did your job correctly. And I think those are my two little pieces of advice. And it is now, what, 1:13 in the morning there for you? So if there's any, does anybody have any questions for Ava while she's here and still upright? You can unmute yourself and bring yourself forward, since it's just the two of us here, or all of us here. There's about a dozen of us or so here. Pam, do you have a question for her? You're mute. There you are.
No question. I will say that when I met the group from the UK, it was great. And my shipping manager is also from that area, and she left our table and went and sat with them the year that Aggie won.
you got abandoned.
I did.
I am very much looking forward to meeting the people who have supported Aggie. She is one of our judges. She has really just stepped out and taken advantage of everything that the Skin Games has to offer, and is willing to share that. And Ava, I am so glad that you are stepping outside of your comfort zone and leaving your home to come and visit us in Dallas, Texas. I am told that the weather here in Dallas, not here in Atlanta, but in Dallas, will be mid-70s and a little bit of humidity going on, which is great for the skin. So if anybody has any questions for Ava, can you type your social in the chat real quick? And I forgot to ask everybody else to do that, but socials are available at the Skin Games on the judges page. It links to, it will link, there are links underneath each judge's profile that will take you to their socials. And if Brenda is Skintastic at 209. I'm assuming that's your area code, Brenda. And I guess
yes, Miss Kelly, it is. That's my area code.
Skintastic 209. I love that. If there are no questions, we will let Ava go to bed.
Thank you.
She has an early day tomorrow.
Yes. Good night, Ava.
Good night. Lovely to meet you.
You as well. Thank you. Thank you for your time. And next week we have our open medical category and pigmentation category. What I love about hosting these is you get to see and put a face to the name, hear about the judges' journeys, struggles, their perspective, a little bit about what's going on in our industry. And 50% of our judges are new this year. So I'm really, really excited about this new group of people that we have coming in who are long tenured and very, very excited. Our current and returning judges, they've many years. I think last year, I don't remember how many years of experience it was, but it was over 1,000 years collectively. We figured it up, and the year that gunpowder was discovered, invented, put together, whatever, that's how long we had as far as years of experience with our judges. So take advantage of that while you're there. Take advantage of everything that this event has to offer from now up until the live event and even long after, because once you're part of this Skin Games family, you are always a member of our family.
Amen,
So,
Kelly. I'm on my third 3 years, and I told you and Jen, nobody's getting rid of me. I'm with you guys forever. You're stuck with me.
We want you. We don't want you to not. We want to keep you. Jennifer, if you're still here, do you have anything you'd like to say before we sign off?
No, but it looks like everyone's doing a great job turning in their videos. There's quite a few out there that I know are going to wait till the last minute, but I promise it's a better idea if you get them in now. Just because we make sure that they're, up on the site. And another thing too is if, you are being sponsored by a product line or a device or whatever, it gives them more exposure. So it doesn't really help them to, wait till the last minute to post. So I know the people, let's see, the people on here, it looks like they have all turned in their stuff, looks like. But anyway, I would recommend getting them in as soon as possible so we can make sure we can get them up on YouTube and hopefully get them posted on social media. But that's it. You guys have done a great job.
Love it. Well, we won't keep you any longer. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.